Well, the wait is over. I couldn't believe that after everything we've been through throughout this year, I checked out that the Astros have finally won this year's World Series, and from that same day, Offbeat Kiki made a video about Titan A.E. And this review has nothing to do with baseball. For some reason, we previously originally had what I would see is that ever since I've learnt my lesson of what the whole problem with champions about how the losing team are the Eastern Conference teams, when it comes to Warriors, because they defeated the Celtics, but when it comes to the Avalanche, I know, for some reason, the Avalanche have tossed the Lightning, and most notably, as I noticed that previously ago, around early 2022, the Rams that I foreshadowed their victory have defeated the Bengals. Although I made Mr. Logan 30acre so upset with Nathan Spies feeling a bit destroyed, I felt like I had the same thing. And I know we've already been doing this in Deja Vu. As I noticed that I've been having me making a review about something what I've done after this happened yesterday. Well, when it comes to Hollywood endings, Philadelphia would end up becoming the first city to lose 2 major sports championships by accident. So, I just have to discover, will there be another way I can think of but to review this, since I'm not going to waste any damn time? Now, I'm going to deal with Titan A.E. right now. As I noticed that this month is basically the month we're excited to see the new Strange World movie. I know I can't wait to see this movie at the cinemas this November. I noticed it's coming out on November 25th in the UK. As I'm hoping Strange World will follow the footsteps of what Titan A.E. gave us for hope. But before we had Strange World, we have this movie. As I noticed that Titan A.E.'s development originally began in 1998, which was originally going to be by Joss Whedon of Buffyverse fame. But according to the unproduced Don Bluth's Ice Age movie, it was intended to be a hand-drawn animated movie where it would have been about humans and dinosaurs working together on a new planet Earth called Planet Bob. But this is the main reason why it got scrapped for unknown reasons. It should have been a cell animated movie, but it was changed to CGI animation for some reason. As I noticed that Titan A.E. was based on this unproduced movie, let me tell you the whole problem of what happened to this movie. Originally, this is why I've learnt my lesson. I noticed that this idea was kind of like Star Trek meets Star Wars meets Land Before Time. As I noticed that these were with actors like Richard Kind, Austin Pendleton, John Stamos, and Tom Arnold were considered for the role of Goody. And for Cale Tucker, he was originally meant to be portrayed by Matthew Broderick. For some reason why Matt Damon was chosen is that Don Bluth wanted to save his company, Fox Animation Studios, from going bankrupt. For these reasons, let me learn how we can tackle this movie. Now, the plot is simple, as it combines 2D traditional hand-drawn animation with computer-generated imagery, like it would inspire Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. Kale Tucker has received a mission to save humanity so he could avenge the death of his father, Sam Tucker. Even though Kale misses his father throughout the evacuation of the old home planet, he realizes he's been involved in trying to save the Titan project. For as long as he's wearing that gold ring that he has on his hand, is that he needs to create a new planet. But a hostile alien species made a pure energy called the Dredge have already destroyed the old one. And he meets the ship's crew and their captain, who helps him find the ship before the aliens can destroy it. It feels like a fun idea that the only way what they could do is that around that time, as Kale tries to find a way of becoming the chosen one, Kale then met Captain Joseph Corso, who was once the soldier of Valkyrie, is now the captain of Valkyrie. Goody, who is an amphibian-like Grippoan, was the scientist working for him with the help of Preed, who is a fruit-bat-like Acredian creature, who was a first mate, along with Kangaroo Sogawon Stiff, who is a mutations officer of the Valkyrie. Although Akima Kunimoto, who is Kale's love interest, tells him how they could take control of Project Titan and where it left off. Although Tech, who is Sam's best friend, originally raised Kale after Sam left. For some reason, the cook, who is a cockroach-like alien, spent his life working at Tower 14 is work together with the help of Chalkwood and Figrikash, who are the overseers working at a salvage yard, who have bullied Kale. Although a slave trade guard tells them why they have to learn their lesson from the mayor of New Bangkok, with the help of the drifter girl and the old woman, as well as Po the panda? Oh, I get it. What do I get to see Po in this movie? As I noticed that this is kinda not related to Kung Fu Panda, I had no idea what they're doing. For some reason, the plot is mostly about Kale's alliance with his friends being tested by Joseph himself, so that Joseph could trick him into doing this for his bidding. And it feels like Joseph was working with the whole time, being with the main villain the whole time. As I noticed why the Dredge destroyed his home planet is that what kind of complete monster would do such a thing? Wait a minute. This so-called Susquehanna, what does she remind me of something? I got to think of something. I got to, maybe, I got to think. Wait. So, the main villainess of this movie, called Susquehanna, the way I see the electrical lightning bolts everywhere on this black and blue contrast, does she remind me of the Phantom Virus? Holy sweet Jesus Christ! I just had a heart attack. I'll just give you one thing. All I can say is I really hate Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. Now, where was I? As I noticed that when the Dredge attack the Titan, Kale and Akima fight off with the help of Stiff and Goody. Although, the only way they could do this is that since Preed betrayed Corso and was killed by Corso, since Corso made a deal with the Dredge by accident to prove that they managed to learn the lesson. Although Corso gets a heel-faced turn, since Corso sacrifices himself to repair the circuit breaker, but thanks to Kale's quick thinking, Kale triggers the Titan system with the golden ring itself, killing the Dredge and the Titan that absorbs their mothership. As they embrace the rain, the new created homeworld called Bob, these colonists will have to start a new life. Wow. All I can say is, when it came out on June 6, 2000 in Atlanta as a preview, it would be released throughout the whole wide world. And why would it bomb the box office? It only had a budget of $75 to $90 million, and it bombed at $36.8 million. And what can we learn from Strange World if it comes out this year? But I know I like the soundtrack, which is hilariously awesome from the motion picture, and its limited edition. We actually never got a PS1 video game tie-in that got cancelled for unknown reasons. And despite the writing and animations, and despite its really bad box office blowout, I'd probably give this movie like... Let me think. I just need to learn what I could give the right number. Hey, Mom!
Yeah?
Can you tell me what ranking I could give Titan A.E? What number out of 10?
Titan A.E. Was it good?
It's awesome, but it has some minor issues, and
I'll give it 7.5 out of 10.
I agree with you.
Good.
Yeah, and you check out the alternate version, which is an extended version of the movie. It includes a longer version of Green Drink, another version of Akima's Rescue, the extended version of Ice Crystals, and an alternate ending where the Dredge actually talk without subtitles. And even though it ends here from the pencil form when the Dredge were destroyed. But, well, since the 2001 Oscars happened, so Titan A.E. was originally supposed to win that nominee, but what I'm really guessing is that it would eventually end up losing to one of those movies I could think of. Oscars 2001. Oh. But when the Oscars 2001 ceremony took place, all I'm guessing that this, alongside Chicken Run, were probably lost to probably Gladiator, Traffic, and most notably, almost famous, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Big Mama, Father and Daughter, and also Wonder Boys and Grinch 2000. Yeah, that's it. And Into the Arms of Strangers, and most notably, the somewhat iconic Eric Brockovich, as I noticed that it just never won an Oscar nominee. Yeah, the lesson of this movie: don't trust a villain on your journey. That's the most important thing I've learnt from. But with that out of the way, I got no time to tell you that this video has made me put out of commission. I'll be doing this for Sonic Frontiers on Tuesday. So all I can say is bye-bye.